test, test. So howdy everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today we're doing another kind of test stream, testing out a few games and testing out basically the setup that I've got going today. And just want to make sure I've implemented a few things which hopefully are going to make this stream a little bit better. And maybe you guys will notice one thing that I've been reorganizing my whole office. Um, and I'm standing up right at the moment, trying to be a bit more healthy. So I'm elevated up, got a standing desk. Trying to get all the cabling working is like quite a challenge. So anyway, let me know in the chat whether the audio is okay, because sometimes I can hear the audio, see the meters going up and down, but it does not actually turning up on stream sometimes. So just let me know if the audio is good. Uh, let me know if the audio is good. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of game testing today. So I want to cover a few multiplayer games, and I also want to cover the list as well. So I've got a couple of ones from 2 streams ago, Last of Us and Space Engine, which I'm going to run through crossover. I'm also going to test out Fall Guys as well, which I'm running through sideloadly. So I'll come to this. I think I might do this now, though. To be honest, let's just do this now. Thank you very much. Audio is fine. Okay, good. It's good news. Let's go to Fall Guys. Okay, so sideloading this using FN Mac Assistant, which is the same method to download the correct version of the mobile app of this game, and then sideloading it using sideloaders. So it's the same way of using of doing Fortnite and running the game there. Let's give this a go because I haven't actually tried this yet. So let me see. So okay, that crashes. So do I need to use FN Mac Assistant to I have to use has anyone like actually run this before? I don't actually know. Because yeah, there's like a specific thing you've got to do. So I've got my Fall Guys and then we patch the app. Is that what I've got to do? It says we can open Fortnite, but not Fall Guys. Can I play this game without logging in? If anyone knows how to get this running, I'm gonna just check the FN Mac Assistant website actually. Because completely forgotten how to do this. Because you can do it quite easily through here. Let me just check. You can now download Fall Guys, doesn't require patching, can be installed. It's also free for iOS, so it doesn't. Let me just check. Fall Guys sideloadly. Did I ever do Spider-Man 2 in the end? Your last proper stream, I think you said you're gonna do it. Yeah, no one's actually gotten Spider-Man 2 working yet, so it's very unlikely that I'll be able to do anything, I'm afraid, mainly. So defer to other people. So if no one else has got it working, then it's very unlikely that I will, I'm afraid. So yeah, we've had a couple of disappointing Windows game releases which haven't worked, which should have worked. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and also, yeah, of course, Spider-Man 2. That's a real shame so far. I'm sure that Parallels Crossover are working on it. Dimitri Delpo, good afternoon, and thank you for your work. Thank you for joining me on stream today. And I hope this is okay. I'm not going to do a super long one today. Like normally I go into like 4+ hours, but today I've got something on at 1 o'clock, so less than 1 hour and a half is what I've got. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance. We don't have much. We don't have anything on this. Yeah, I haven't played any of these new games on PC because you know what, like these games that have come out recently, they're all like huge sequels, right? So we've got Kingdom Come 2, Spider-Man 2, and Final Fantasy Rebirth, right? they're both the second part of the first game. I haven't finished the first games of any of those games. I haven't finished Kingdom Come Deliverance. I haven't, to be fair, I haven't really tried playing it. I'm about halfway through Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I haven't played Spider-Man 1 properly at all yet. The games that the games that I am playing are Black Myth Wukong. I recently picked that up, and I've actually started making progress. So on a couple of streams ago, I actually defeated like a boss that I've been like working on for ages, and then it kind of steamrolled it. I got a couple more in. I think I might play a bit of that on stream, but yeah. So I can't seem to get Fall Guys working. So I wanted to do some multiplayer games. I'm working on a multiplayer games list, and we're also going to do some Dota 2 today. I think if I can fit in a game of Dota 2, I'll try that. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. You can play it on the M4 if you've got 16 gigabytes of RAM, which the M4s all do. It should work okay, not the best. It uses a lot of video memory. But yeah, I've got my new PC as well. If you look, let me show you behind me. Behind me is this brand new PC. It's got all the RGB lights and everything, and 128 gigabytes of RAM, a lot of storage space. It's what I'm streaming on today on this PC. Okay, so if anyone knows how to get Fall Guys working, I don't understand why I can't seem to get past this login screen. How did people do it before? Login with Epic Games. Okay, so let me see settings. I think maybe it just doesn't like. I'll just check the Discord quickly. Just check the FN Mac Assistant Discord. Yeah, someone else is having it. Fall Guys crashing as soon as I click the login with Epic Games. Yeah, I think there's a recent update which has like broken this. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get to test this, but I will do this one later. Let's cover the the requests I had last time. So very badly, I had a couple of requests, and someone's asking me, virtual function asking me, you haven't paid attention to Mac gaming a long time. What's happened to the game porting toolkit? Well, game porting toolkit is still being released, of course. I made a video about the version 2.0 released recently. And then we also have crossover 25 beta, which is right here. And we're running beta 1, which is the latest version, and it contains D3D Metal 2.0. So we've gotten, the first release of Game Porting Toolkit and D3D Metal. Then we've got the second release, and now it's been fully released. And you shouldn't really be using the command line interface version of Game Porting Toolkit. You should be using crossover or Whiskey, or probably crossover, and it's got some new features now. So D3D Metal, DXMT, DXVK, and Wine D3D, and all those methods of running Windows games on Mac, which is probably best done through this method, which incorporates the D3D Metal part of Game Porting Toolkit. Okay, did I try Play Cover? Okay, let's try Play Cover. I haven't used Play Cover a long time, so let's try Play Cover. So they do have a newer version. Let's try the latest, 3.1.0. I haven't done a Genshin Impact tutorial for a long time, so this will be interesting. Let's sideload it using Play Cover instead. Play Cover has a lot more features compared to sideloading, but the instructions that say sideloading should work. But let's do it. Let's import this IPA, Fall Guys, which we downloaded from the through the FN Mac Assistant. Okay, it's come a long way. Plenty of games to enjoy. It has come a long way. There's lots of Windows games which now work on a Mac, which didn't work before. There's a lot of the AVX games which Game Porting Toolkit 2 supports now with the recent version of macOS Sequoia. Let's try this Fall Guys through here. It's played cover better than crossover. They can do completely different things. And this is crashing too. I think it's just the latest update has caused crashes. So we'll have to wait for some kind of fix before we can do that. Or you know what? It might never get fixed. Who knows? Play covers are side-loading mobile apps, and crossover runs Windows games on a Mac. So these are completely different things, I'm afraid. Of course, we could try to run the Windows version of Fall Guys, but because of easy anti-cheat, it's not going to work. Okay, so let's go through the list. So I did manage to download Last of Us. Okay, so I know for a fact it's not going to work, but for the sake of completion, we're going to try and see what the error message it throws up. So unfortunately, you know, the latest version of Crossover 25 Beta 1 won't allow this to run, but let's see what happens. Wine error message, I think. I've played so many games fully now thanks to crossover Ghost K-Web. Yeah, I mean, many games are completable. The thing is, right, that as a working adult, as a working parent and adult, I just don't really have time to play that many games. And so the fact is that you can play some games, and for me, that's enough. I'm what you might call a patient gamer, right? In a sense, you know. It's like, have you ever heard of the patient gamer community? You don't have the system and video memory to start the game. Pretty sure I've got 48 gigabytes of RAM and a lot of video memory, so I don't think that's technically correct. Let me see what people say. So, let's see. Yeah, some kind of driver issue. Of course, what I should be doing as well is advertising AVX, which is a specific run option. So you can run Steam and then advertise AVX capabilities, you know, which you should probably do all the time anyway. I'm going to be a bit more movie because I'm on my feet. I'm going to try to be a bit more kind of healthy and keep my body moving a little bit. Okay, so let's try Last of Us again. So we're advertising AVX, right? I know this is not going to work. They need a NASA Mac for it to work. How does it handle Fall Guys EAC? Well, the thing is, right, that the mobile version has a different form of anti-cheat. I'm not really sure what it is, but you can't run the Windows version because it doesn't like running through translation layers. Okay. So very sorry to Masteus who who gave me a super chat for this last time. I'm really sorry, but Last of Us Part 1 doesn't work. But I'll be the first one to stream it once it does actually work, because that'd be quite exciting thing to get that working. Okay, so the other super chat that we had was for Space Engine. Okay, so Space Engine, not Space Engineers. And this one is something I don't know whether it's going to work or not, because it's kind of a niche space game, I believe. So yeah, same issue with Marvel Spider-Man 2. Okay, your system has an obsolete OpenGL version. Update your graphics card driver. Okay, so we're trying to run this through D3D Metals. So is this not a DirectX game? So let's just see, Space Engine, PC Gaming Wiki. Let's do that. Let's see what DirectX version. So it's only OpenGL only. And of course, the Mac only supports OpenGL 4.1, I think. macOS OpenGL deprecated. V14. Is it? I think we're on 14.1. So it does not like the fact that we're on the wrong OpenGL version. I wonder what happens if we try to run this using WinD3D instead. I mean, it's going to try to run OpenGL. That's the problem. What I like about crossover 25 is like Steam opens so much faster. It's just like way better in a lot of ways. Okay, JFK Productions, welcome to the stream again. Thank you for joining us. Would you be redoing the M1 compatibility list? A lot of games are tried and lists don't work. A lot of them require something called AVX. I can't even play Hogwarts. Um, I'm uh, it's a lot of work doing that list. I mean, maybe I will revisit it. It's probably worth doing actually. It's a lot of work though. Okay, space engine. So what happens if I try? The thing is that um, this I'm not sure this is going to make a difference because all of these require some kind of DirectX to metal translation layer. All of these are DirectX to metal translation layers, and so this idea of like being able to play this game, I don't think it's actually being possible because it uses the wrong OpenGL. Let me see. OpenGL. Yeah, new graphics driver. Okay, so I don't actually think this one is actually possible, I'm afraid. Okay, so that is a shame, but that's two down. Okay, so two down today. So basically, if you look at my list on the bottom left, I'm just fixing this list, and I've tried this. So if you want me to like test out a specific game, I'll do a super chat for that. Anything over $5, and I will probably cover this right now because I've got nothing on the list. Okay, so Fall Guys, tried that. Let's do some other stuff. Okay, so I might play some. Oh, did I see the AC shaders requirement? Yeah, I did. Look at that. So that I haven't really looked at it. So let's have a look at it live, and then we'll see what this is about. So if I see here, this was we became aware of this yesterday. Okay, so we don't have very good resolution of this. Yeah, so it's saying ray tracing resolution FPS using dynamic resolution and metal FX. So we're saying that an M1 Max could get 720p at 30 FPS, and the M2 Pro could get the similar range. That's a little bit disappointing, just because but also saying 16 gigabytes as well. So I really wonder what my 8 gigabyte M1 MacBook Air, whether it could even run the game, or was it just going to hard no that? Because it's quite possible. The M1 is meant to be a capable chip, right? And the thing is that if you can run the game on a smartphone, right, on iPad with the M1 chip, then why can't the Mac with the M1 chip run the game too? It just might be trying to set people up for making sure that people don't have the wrong expectations. But anyway, 16 gigs. And then we're saying here we can run this at low on the M3, the base M3 chip or the base M4 chip at 720p or 1080p. And then I don't know why they put these headers for ray tracing. It's a bit weird. I don't really care that much about ray tracing that much. Yeah, I don't see an M1 Pro. An M1 Pro is going to be similar to like an M4. So an M1 Pro should be reaching that kind of range. The frame gen, frame gen only really helps you if you're trying to get from like 50 or 60 FPS to like 100 FPS. It's not really designed to take you from 30 to 60 because you'll be introducing huge amounts of latency. It'll be pretty much unplayable. But it's very interesting that they've just completely kind of cut out the low end Apple Silicon Macs, But, when the time comes, I'll definitely test all of them out. Let's see here. Will the upcoming Wuthering Waves port have metal effects, 120 FPS, and ray tracing support? I have no idea. No idea if that's happening. Okay, cool. Well, let's run a game. Let's run a game. Okay, so of course, the purpose of the live streams for me is not in addition to interacting with my audience, is to put together footage that I need to complete a video. So I'm making a multiplayer game video, and I haven't got um any recent footage of Dota 2. So I did Dota 2 stream during when I was testing the M4, but then my part of the footage corrupted, so it was a bit terrible. Actually, I'm just gonna check whether my footage actually corrupted or not. No, no, I'll run a full game of Dota 2. Not a full game, I'm just gonna play a bit and then quit. I'll play some, like, I'll play a bot match or something. Yeah, I'll play a bit of Dota. I need some footage. I need some new footage for that because I don't have any, like, proper footage for like 3 years now. Because I don't really like Dota, um, as a game. And then I also wanna try a couple more, like, I wanna test out the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. So someone told me that the DXMT is, like, really good, compared to the non-DXMT, so I might give that a go as well today. So a lot of things to try. So let's run Bloodstained. And, what kind of multiplayer games can you actually play on a Mac? That's, like, one of the big questions is, what games can you play? What multiplayer games can you play on a Mac? What do you chat right now? Okay, what multiplayer games, like online multiplayer, not MMOs, right? So not massively multiplayer games, not like fully instanced games, but like actual games. Can you actually play online, like in a competitive format? Because I've got quite a few on my list here. I've got over 20 at the moment, and they include games like just turn the volume down a bit. Because I've got a whole list. Blah, blah, blah. Deadlock, Naraka Blade Point, Baldur's Gate 3, Counter-Strike 2, Palworld, Rust, Super Animal Royale, Untenth, 7 Days to Die, Lethal Company, Liar's Bar, One Arm Robber, Terraria, Warframe, Civilization 7 Multiplayer, League of Legends, War Thunder, World of Tanks, Diablo 3, Diablo 4, Valheim, Minecraft, Rust, Marvel Rivals, Roblox, StarCraft 2, Path of Exile 2, Combat Master, Isonzo, Rocket League, and Fortnite, which you can sideload as well. And I was going to add some other games to it too, like Fall Guys, but can't work, doesn't work. So let me know if anything works. Oh yeah, Marvel Rivals, of course. Yeah, I said Marvel Rivals. I've got so many friend requests. Okay, so let's have a look. So I just use the fastest settings. We're using Molten VK. It's 1080p. Let's do it. Let's play. What's arcade mean? Play Dota. Let's play bots. What does that mean? Let's play co-op. Let's play online because you want to just find an online. How come this is grayed out? Why can't I see the game? Why can't I open this this bot match? I'm not playing unranked. Why is this like grayed out? Can't see what's happening here. So I want to play Dota. It's cursed words, I think. Why don't I have the ability to set... Oh, I lost connection to Steam. Okay, fair enough. Something's gone wrong here. Just close crossover. What Macs don't like is that if you're trying to run like the native macOS version and you're trying to play on the Windows as well, the connections interfere with each other. It's saying no connection. So you know, let's quit Steam and then do it again. I'm in offline mode. Yeah, sorry. Thanks, Tim Curvers, for letting me know. Okay, let's see. Has crossover 25 been released? Not yet. Reckon it'll be out in the next week or two, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I've got all my footage prepared, pretty much. But I want to get... Is there anything else interesting? Yeah, I want to try out Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Dota. Does Deadlock work on macOS? It does work on macOS. It doesn't work that well. I want to be able to play EAFC24. I'm afraid you can't just because of anti-cheat. So, yeah, it's sad. Do you ever think the M4 Max will be able to run Cyberpunk 2077 with path tracing without requiring crazy amounts of upscaling frame gen? I think it will do. I've tried to get some early access to the Mac version of Cyberpunk, but the CDPR have not really responded to me. They're saying they're working on it. It doesn't sound like there's a lot happening with that, despite the fact that the Steam repositories have all been updated with new Mac information. We're still waiting, I guess. So it should come out in this Q1. We'll see. Okay, let's play Dota. Co-op. Okay, so I'm not gonna play a full game. I'm gonna do a naughty thing and quit halfway through this match. But it'd be fun just to know what the frame rate's like. Let's just try to... There's no way for me to turn off the VSync. It's off anyway. Maybe the menu is off. It's locked to 120 at the moment. Yeah, so we've got plenty of new games coming out soon. So we just had Civilization 7. We had Sniper Elite 4 earlier in the year. What else is coming out soon? We should have Wuthering Waves. Let's see what else is on my schedule. Dead Island 2, RoboCop, Control Ultimate Edition on the 26th of February, Palworld on the 27th, Assassin's Creed Shadows in March. Yeah, we should get Path of Exile 2, something called Crimson Desert. So yeah, it's going to be semi-interesting time for Mac gaming. So Starflame, I'm eagerly await watching progress here on my own 16 CPU, 40 GPU, 3 Macs. Yeah, the same one I've got. How are you capturing the Mac? I assume it's a capture card to maintain the full performance. Yes, I'm streaming from a streaming PC. I've got like multiple cameras attached, like here. This is CalDigit Thunderbolt 4 cable. Let me just show you what this looks like from my setup here. So this is my Mac. Trying to capture the audio from the line out. Is it too loud? Looks like it's loud. Turn it down a bit. And then yeah, I'm in. See? and I'm doing it from directly. So this is sorry. So this is what the HDMI capture looks like. Well, this low window, I've got this thing here. So yeah, basically running it from there. I usually run Lich, because that's the only character I sort of know how to play. Do you think it's a good upgrade from M2 Air to M4 Pro 16GB, or a way to wait for M5? M5, you know, that's in November. Can you wait until November 2025? Right. An M4, I'm guessing that an M4 Air is going to come out in the next couple of months. So I'm thinking that's going to happen. So I'm running this at 1080p on low settings. I wonder if the textures are so low res. Maybe I should turn up a little bit, because we're maxing out 120 FPS.
I am the dead of winter.
It looks so ugly.
Dead man drifting.
Prepare for battle.
We're capped to 120 FPS. So how do I uncap this? I don't think I can really. I think what I'm going to do is just turn up the settings slightly so I can see a frame rate. So I'm going to use the second setting, 1080p. I could of course raise the resolution, but I don't like doing that midstream, because it kind of messes everything up.
Forward.
I think to get right performance in Dota 2, it's better to watch a real match in Dota Client. Okay, yeah, you know what? After I play for 5 minutes, then I'm just going to do that.
30 seconds to battle.
Cold front coming.
I think I'll switch to a Dota Client. Let me just see if my camera's looking right.
The battle begins.
And so the dead will bury the dead.
Okay, then maybe that's slightly better.
A chill wind. Quickly. Adrift. Going.
I really don't like some of these like really esoteric kind of game mechanics. Like last hitting, I find that concept's really silly. It obviously has a huge skill ceiling, right? But it just makes it doesn't really make any sense.
Not yet.
Okay. I'm hopeful for some good performance. It seems Mac gaming is just about to enter the area of viability with the advent of M4, as low end can now play modern games okay. I think that the M4 Mac Mini is like a really good case for, you know, a decent performance in a game, because it can run the M4 Mac Mini, the low end one, it can run Black Myth Wukong, runs it okay.
It's not time yet.
You know, so you have to turn down all the settings, but it's nice. And it does work. Agreed, plenty of the mechanics of remnants or side effects of Warcraft 3 engine. Yeah, I did play quite a lot of Dota 1. And I played Dota 1 back in the day that Dota was like more like a PvE game. So I remember you could choose a hero, and then there were all these different versions of Dota which were a bit more kind of, I think they're more fun, right? was more like a co-op RPG where you had like lanes, like horizontal or vertical lanes. You were just like almost like tower defense or something. You were just leveling up your hero and fight. I remember playing at university when I was doing my masters, and I was like really addicted to these Dota matches. I never got really good at this. Dota 2 has updated to ARM? No, I'm afraid not. It's just your standard. This is just your standard Rosetta Dota using Molten VK. Nothing special. Okay, might just apologies to everyone in this match. I might just quit out of this. And then how do I quit? I might quit out of this. And then... how does one leave? How do you leave a match? Little arrow top right. What arrow? Top left. Okay, thank you, Tinkervers. This looks like Prince of Persia or something. I'm trying to quit the game, not watch your crap. Disconnect. This game is safe to leave. Okay, good. So how do I watch a match? Okay, we'll watch this one. Watch in-game. Okay, watch in-game. Yeah, you get an intro to my menu. At least it's not as bad as other games where they actually, you know, my children are playing a lot of freemium ad-supported games on mobile, and those are terrible. You have to watch a game in order to get resources. Watch an ad in order to get resources. Okay, let's watch some professionals play. This is way better. This is such a good idea because am I disconnected? Up in here. Why is it like? Why is this doing this?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think it's because my metal HUD shortcut F9 is also pausing the game too. So, you know, this is a powerful laptop, but we're all running this at kind of potato quality, isn't it? It's on the second highest setting at 1080p, so it's not great. How hot is this? I don't think it's very hot at the moment. 85 degrees? I'll put this thing for like 5-10 minutes. So it's okay. Does Fallout 3 and New Vegas still run stuck on crossover? And do you know if the team has any plans to improve? The fact is that what makes those games run badly on crossover is the fact that they are 32-bit games. And so unless those engines get updated to 64-bit by the publisher or developer, Bethesda themselves, then it's basically never going to happen. So I'm afraid that if you want good performance from those games, you want to be running them on Parallels or from VMware. So I might try. I have a brief to do some parallel stuff in the near future. So I might do a parallel stream because I want to test out the x86 preview emulation, so 64-bit x86 virtual machines, which apparently it's not a big feature, but it's an interesting one, but it's not super useful because it takes ages to run. It's much better to run the Windows 11 ARM and use the internal x86 emulation rather than trying to run an x86 virtual machine because they're just terrible performance. Like, we're talking like 7 minutes to boot into Windows 10 or something. So that's one thing I'm going to do. And then I think I'll test out some of these 32-bit games. So stuff like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, all of those games which never got updated to 64-bit. So yeah. there's a lot of games like also like Black Mesa, basically any 32-bit title from like the 2008, 2010 era of gaming, right? There were a lot of good games at the time, which didn't work. Out of curiosity, does Dota 2 default to Vulkan or Metal backend? As far as I'm aware, Tim Curvers, this is always only ever said Vulkan. I guess technically I could try and run this in DirectX 11 mode and then run it in through crossover, but I think that this is going to be better. GTA Vice City Next Gen Edition is 32-bit. Yeah, so another example is GTA 4. So GTA 4 is going to run way better through Parallels than it does through crossover. I haven't tried the mod out yet. Okay, this is enough. And let's quit. Just one quit. We just quit. This is how we quit. Yeah, macOS has Rosetta 2 for x86 emulation, and it works pretty well. But on the Windows side, we rely on other the WoW. What do you call the WoW 3264 translation layer, and it's just really slow. I'm afraid. Okay, so I got like less than an hour, so let's do a little bit more. So yeah, I was gonna do some testing for Bloodstained because I want to compare performance between D3D Metal and I want to compare performance between D3D Metal version of Bloodstained and also DXMT. So that's one of the exciting new features of Crossover 25 is the fact that we have DXMT, which is a DirectX to Metal translation layer, which should be faster than D3D Metal or DXVK. Vulkan tends to have higher 1% frame rates. So overall, it's more stable than DirectX 11, which might reach higher peak frame rates, but it can be more unstable. Thank you, Starflame. But of course, when you're running through Vulkan, you're also running through, they've also implemented Molten VK, which translates Vulkan into Metal. So it's, wait, did I not buy Bloodstained? Sure I did. Didn't I just buy it? Just bought this game. So I'm looking at my, I haven't bought it yet. Bloodstained is also one of those games which you can actually run through Parallels as well. So I remember doing that before. Yeah, here we are. Didn't I install this already as well? Ach, Mendoxe. Okay, 10 gigs. Let's wait. Okay, let's do this. Andrew, do you think an M1 Max is still worth it? I was thinking of upgrading my M1 Air with more developed Asahi in the future. It'd be quite nice for gaming, I think. I mean, the difference between the M1 Max and the M1 Air is like gigantic in terms of gaming. We're talking like 4 times more GPU cores and basically 4 times more performance. So if you can get an M1 Max for cheap, then it's great. The proviso is that you lose access to some features, some of which are not important at all, like ray tracing, and then some which you only get with the M3 and M4 generations. And just be aware that some games like Black Myth Wukong, for some reason, they don't work very well on the M1 and M2 chipsets. It's just cause they just have lack of access to some graphical features. So I'm not very sure, but I just know Black Myth Wukong won't run that well, but that could be fixed in the future. The M1 Max is really good. I still really like my M1 Max. And of course, the Asahi Linux team have not updated their stuff to the anything beyond the M2 generation. So the M3 and M4 still don't have Asahi Linux support. So I think that this is going to happen at some point. But yeah, an M1 Max, buying an older Apple Silicon Mac is definitely the way to go these days. Like Uh, there's almost nothing that an M4 will do that like an M1 Max won't do. So yeah, I do think that M1 Max is a great machine. Um, I if I were not a YouTuber, then I would definitely have kept using my M1 Max. I don't regret buying it. It was really expensive at the time, but how much can you buy an M1 Max for? It's pretty incredible. Well, but like, what's the price? An M1 Max for 1345. That's from a shop, right? That's from a refurbisher. Buxton Max, based in London. But yeah, I mean, I'd definitely get an M1 Max over, say, an M4, an base M4 MacBook Pro. Um, Hi, Andrew. How is M3 Max in daily usage? Just ordered 16-inch 40 core M3 Max. So that's the one I'm using right now. I do not play on Mac or do any hard GPU tasks, but the cost of this Mac is about the same as the 16-inch M4 Pro in my country. Yeah, I definitely take an M3 Max over the M4 Pro. It's like a better machine. So if you can get it cheaper, then yeah, it's definitely a good. You definitely got a really good deal. Okay. I think the lead developer of Asahi Linux quite recently. No, that definitely didn't happen. Marcan or Marsan has not quit. They just stopped updating the upstream kernel. So um, the Asahi Linux team do a lot of work on Asahi Linux, and what they wanted to do was bring those improvements upstream. So uh, to actually add them to the uh, share them with the rest of the Linux community. But because of some drama about different programming languages, then basically what Mark can decided is just to stop doing that, which is not their obligation at all. If they can just work on Asahi Linux, it's probably better for the project, not have to deal with all this drama. So they definitely haven't quit. They're still continuing working as far as I can tell. That's it. Would you buy any Apple product refurbished? Definitely would buy Apple products refurbished. Um, I would prefer my MacBooks to be fresh and new, to be honest, because these are more kind of if you have an item with a battery, then you don't know for certain what state it's in. You can buy from the Apple Store. I bought from Amazon directly through like third-party resellers. So I think that Apple products can be fine. Um, but personally, I would stick. I probably would in my order of things. Like right now, I'm eyeing up like a M4 Mac Mini as like a second-hand item. If these come down in price, I might buy that because I think desktops are a bit more sturdy. They don't get banged around as much. They don't have the issues with batteries. Apple refurbished, of course, they change the batteries for you. Any kind of good, competent refurbishment shop will also change batteries. I recently bought like an iPhone 12 for my son, and I bought it renewed from Amazon, and I'm kind of glad I did that because he's dropped it twice, and he's cracked the black glass already and cracked the camera array. And so I'm glad I didn't pay full price for a phone for him. I mean, it cost me £250, so he's like really banging this thing up. But yeah, I would definitely get Apple products refurbished. That's no big deal. Um, yes, I just want more performance, mainly for music production and occasional gaming, but also a bigger screen for 16 Pro. I found one for €1,300, 2 TB, 64 gigs. That is an incredible deal. So yeah, definitely think about that. Which one are you getting? Yeah, the M1 Max. That's a good deal because like to configure that M1 Max at the time, that was like this is talking 3 years ago now. 1,300 euros. That machine would have cost like 4,000 euros, maybe more. Because I remember the base M1 Max was £3,200. So that's like what 3,500 euros or something. With fourth, it'll be 4,000 because you're doubling the RAM and you are doubling I'm doubling the storage as well because it came from 1 terabyte. James Healis, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you. Yes, I will take game requests, but just be aware that I'm only streaming for the next 45 minutes. So if you have a game, if I've got it installed, I will test it. So I've got a lot of games, like especially Windows games. I've got hundreds installed. But if I don't do it today, I'll do it next time. So I'll probably do it next Thursday. I'll add it to the list. Let me know. Yes, let me know. Okay. I bought my M3 Max 14-inch from Apple certified refurbished, and it's brand new. It's been fine. Yeah, I think so. I think all the Macs that I return are in perfect condition. So um, I imagine that they just refurbished them there. The M3 Max, of course, is still a great machine. Like I know that the M4 Max was excellent when I tested it. It's a really good computer. But M3 Max is fine for what I do. I recently did some recording of my maybe I'll bring it up while I'm here. I did some no, I can't do it. I've got to activate DaVinci. So yeah, I did some recording of my son's concert thing. Oh, here we are. I've got some bits of it, and I edited it all on this MacBook. And you know what? I'm not gonna play the music because I'm gonna get, because you know what? It gets copyright striked, even if you if you just play a snippet of even orchestra music. And I edited this. It's all 4K timelines and everything. Doing it all on the M3 Max was really good. Let me find some good, better quality video there. Yeah, so I did some. My son's orchestra did 4K timelines, and it just like M3 Max just runs through this stuff like butter. 200 gigabytes multicam footage. That's my son there. Hello, it's playing clarinet. Yeah, it's like it does like video editing amazingly. When will the full version of Crossover 25 come out? My estimate is within the next month, like 4 weeks, 2 weeks to 4 weeks from now. Hi, Andrew. Do you know if there's any way to play Sega Model 3 on the Mac? What is the Model 3? Maybe someone to get Supermodel working. What is that? Is that an emulator? Is that an arcade emulator? Sega Model 3. What is that? Arcade. So isn't this like a MAME thing? If it hasn't been emulated on the Windows platform, there's like very little chance that it'll actually happen on the Mac. Yeah, so we've got emulator. Okay, Sega Model 3 Supermodel emulator Mac. Okay, so there's a thing for Mac. I find these like game emulators like kind of before my time, to be honest, because I never really. I would probably play these in the arcade at some point in my life, but don't care that much because most of those games, right, have ports on other platforms which run better. Supermodel. Isn't that good? Well, there's a Mac version, so maybe give it a go yourself. Okay. What's the occasion today? Any new breakthroughs for this test? No, there's no breakthroughs. It's just once a week. So I try to dedicate Thursday mornings to live streaming. So I'm like conditioning all of you to like look at your phones or computers and then join me in a live stream in the morning. And also I'll try to like do specific occasions where I try to like do stuff. that's specifically themed. But today's like a general one. Today's like I've just did some Dota 2 footage, which I need for a video that I'm working on. I'm also doing a call out because I'm trying to finish this multiplayer games video. I've got about 20 games that can be run multiplayer on a Mac. The app that I used is this one's called TG Pros. This one allows me to it's a paid app. There's a free trial as well, and it gives you a lot of data about the fan and temperatures of your computer. Does supermodel work? Well, I think it works. It works according to this thing. It says here there's a Git revision built for supermodel version 0.2a. So there's a Mac version. I'm assuming it works. I don't really know anything about this. I don't think my stash of ROMs is even contains uh, any supermodel games. How do you run this? Is this a command line interface? I need a GUI. I need a GUI. James Healis, thank you very much for the super chat. If you get the chance, I would like to see how well our AC Origins or Ghost Recon Wildlands work. I know they are older, but I've always been problematic with crossover. Well, you're in luck because AC Origins does work. I covered it a while ago. Ghost Recon Wildlands. That does not work, Wildlands. Okay, so I was gonna do some Bloodstained. Let's do some Assassin's Creed Origins. Okay. So the problem with Origins. Oh, did I just do some, just managed to add something to my. It's not right. Okay. Because I was about to buy the game and I dragged and dropped something under OBS and it just made it into a box. Okay, so the problem with with this is that we need Ubisoft Connect to work. So let's just buy Origins again. I'm going to oh, it's not letting me buy it. An unexpected error occurred. Just trying to buy it on my streaming computer. Okay, good. Okay, now it's doing an update. And then I think what I need to do is to install Ubisoft Connect work on this. And Ubisoft Connect is problematic because it only likes. Okay, I need to do the research on this exactly. I can't remember what I'm supposed to do because it kind of broke after a while. Broke a little bit briefly recently. Yeah. So after the infamous update, Windows or the software works because Ubisoft Connect only likes Windows 7 bottles. Okay, so I might download Little Snitch in order to block the block the network request. So if this is the fix, then we'll try this. Okay, I'll just wait for this update. I just get another drink. Okay, so let's just see what happens if I run this. So first thing, it's going to try to run like an Ubisoft Connect bottle, an installer, and it's probably going to fail. So we'll see what happens. So the crypto asks, I have a MacBook M3 Max, 64 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive. Is the M4 Max worth the upgrade? Pretty much no. You're going to get faster speeds, of course, but for gaming, but I don't think it's personally, I don't think it's worth it, given that you have a very advanced Mac already. Oh, I can't be bothered to do this right now. Let's do, because there's complicated permissions involved. Let's see if I can do this without this, because here it's saying that Ubisoft Connect installs according to the CodeWeaver's crossover database. So I'm wondering if this will work. Is Overwatch 2 now playable? I'm afraid not, but the new version of Crossover 25 Beta does fix some of the issues with Battle.net, with games like Diablo 4 and stuff like that. Did you manage to run DayZ with playable FPS? So you can run it through a virtual machine, but it doesn't really work that well. It's not. I wouldn't call it very, very fun. Wait till next year for new MacBook Pro, as rumors state they'll get OLED screens. Ooh, I just disconnected and reconnected apparently. So I'm sorry if you've experienced some kind of buffering. Mini LED is as good as OLED. I'm not really that fussed about OLED or. Hey, this is working. Don't need to do any kind of fix. That's weird. Just do. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to quit out of this to complete the Ubisoft Connect creation. And then what I'm going to do, so one configuration should show that this is Windows 10 bottle. Hey, Code Weaver's fixed it. Good stuff. Now let's install Steam into this bottle. So I want to put it in Ubisoft Connect. Why do older games like Max Payne 1, Lego games, and the original Harry Potter games run better on Parallels than Crossover? Crossover is translation, not virtualization. And the translation layer is from 32-bit to 64-bit games is just not good. So a lot of those games just run better on Parallels, being virtualized and emulated through their internal Windows 11 ARM emulator. If you ask me exactly why, I don't have the answer to exactly why that is. But yeah. Fleet Admiral Butter, can we request games that aren't in your Steam library? Yes, you can, because as long as I haven't played 2 hours of those games, I can just refund them afterwards. So yes, you can, but just be aware that I am going in 20 minutes. So 20 minutes to half an hour. So we're basically only really going to be covering one game, which is the request that I've received earlier from a gentleman called James Heelis, which I'm adding it to my list. This is my list. In my case, it said, of course, Compatibility works better in Fusion than Crossover. Okay. Is Competizione the last one? So there's the latest one which just got released, the Evo, which doesn't work. Yeah, a lot of these, like a lot of the games that came out between like 2000, anything pre 2010, ironically works worse on Crossover, even though Crossover is capable of playing games like Cyberpunk and Black Myth Wukong and stuff like that, which Parallels can't do at all. Ironically, it won't work. So, list msync in a minute and log in with my phone. So yeah, so thanks to the behest of James Heelis, who super chatted me kindly today. He's hijacked my entire stream and is going to do some Bloodstained. But now what I'm doing instead is I'm going to be running some Origins, which I'm recovering last year after Game Porting Toolkit and macOS Sequoia was released. Because I think it's supported, let me see. It doesn't, I can't remember if it works better or worse. Yeah, this is the video I did 8 months ago. It feels like a lifetime ago, but at the same time, it also feels like it just happened. Same computer, I guess, same running on the same machine. Yeah, I run a lot of Ubisoft games. Odyssey. I think Odyssey worked better than Origins. I recall performance was better. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I think I tried to post on my phone. I think my internet disconnected. Sorry about that. That's probably why my let's quit out of Steam anyway, and then redo this. Okay, a bit disappointing. Let's get this MSync working too, because I think MSync will be better. I don't know why my internet just like completely froze. The perils of using 5G. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're cooking. Okay, logging in with my phone. So the key is you got to create the Ubisoft Connect bottle. So I'm using crossover 25. So uh, then we add my big download folder. Go to library. And because we bought this from Steam, we'll run this from here. Yeah, so the fact is that I've got a lot of games here which I've installed, which are which I've refunded, right? And it still tracks the amount of time that you've actually played the game. I accidentally bought this game. I didn't mean to buy it because I forgot. Which is find a game which I have installed, which I did not mean to keep. God, I've bought a lot of games which I've never played. Yeah, for example, Shadow X Generation, Sonic X Shadow Generations. I played this. It still tracks my playtime. So even if I buy the game again, it's going to give me. It's going to only let me. Um, it's only going to let me play for the 2 hours before I can refund it. So this remembers that I played it for 17 minutes, like 8 months ago. So I can't really abuse this any more than that. Yeah. I mean, the Steam refund policy is so generous if you think about it. I remember back in the old days of PC gaming, you go to a shop and you buy like a boxed PC game. They used to be like this big, right? Like like and they used to be thick, really thick. And I'm really sad that I don't have any of my old PC game boxes anymore. But the problem was that you could you could go and buy a game, install it on your computer, and then there's a chance that the game wouldn't check for the CD in the computer in the computer, and so you could just go and return the game. If you could return the game, it's like you would return a game, and then you could just continue playing, or you could download like a no CD patch or something, or replace the exe file, and then you don't need the discs. And so um, no retailer would allow refunds for any of these games. So you're saying Kai is saying Assassin's Creed is impossible to run. I managed to open Odyssey, but it was unplayable. Well, ran it a few months ago. To be fair, I haven't tried it for a long time, so I version of the game in
Can't
an
really
Ubisoft
remember.
Connect bottle. So I had a couple of issues trying to get this to run through my Steam bottle. If I wanted to play the Steam version, it was a shaded compilation stutter. Looks pretty good to me. I can't. This is Odyssey Origins. I remember this running less good because the frame timings, if you look at the top right hand side here, the frame timings were bad. This frame rate counter is not really, it's not accurate to say it's going 1,000 frames per second. But how far we've come. We're on a new version of Crossover, a new version of D3D Metal. How long is this going to take to validate? Oh, God. What's nice about Steam is that they have like two different bars now. One is for like internet usage and one is for disk usage, but it's not really giving me much information about. Let's see if we've got the game controller working. It might be better if I just downloaded this from scratch. I don't even know what's wrong with this because I'm using like an old version of the game, or could potentially run this to could buy the Ubisoft Plus subscription, and then that sounds like a bad idea though, to be honest, because Ubisoft Plus is not even sure it's going to exist in a few years' time because Ubisoft are in bad shape, right? It's going to quit out of Steam and then because that can cause issues with the updating. Business problems. Holy moly! Lost a lot of money last year, or 2 years ago. Can I test the Space Marine 2 anti-cheat? Yeah, I did try this couple of streams ago. And I don't think the anti-cheat is going to work because basically the key to the anti-cheat is that if you have Space Marine 2, right, if it doesn't work on the Steam Deck, it's not going to work on the Mac. So I remember being able to play it at the time, but no longer. No longer, I'm afraid. They've removed the EAC. can you run Space Marine 2 with this environmental variable? Because this environmental variable is the same one as the one that's used in Marvel Rivals. It might be worth testing out because I don't think anyone's actually looked at it. Yeah, I don't think there's any way of getting this, because if no one else has got it working, I don't really see how I could get it working. That's kind of the reason why I'm making this multiplayer games list, is because there's just not that many games that run multiplayer competitive games that run on the Mac. Yeah, so this does work if you do it like this. Hmm. Okay, play Spider-Man 2. I'm afraid if I could play it, then I definitely would. Okay, I don't think there's any news on Spider-Man 2 Mac yet. But personally, I still haven't finished the first game, or Marvel, or Miles Morales. So I'm not really in a position to start talking about other games to play because I really need to play more games, I guess. I think next time it might be fun to do some. If I do some Black Myth Wukong or something, that might be a fun couple of hours because I'm really making some good progress on my PC. So I think it might be fun to try that on the Mac as a stream and can make some progress. Because last time I just kept dying and dying and dying, but then I got some tips from the stream, which was very helpful. Ready or Not has a multiplayer mode and it runs somewhat on my M2 Pro. What is Ready or Not? It's like a tactical shooter. Ready or Not game. Intense tactical first-person shooter. Ooh, that's not cheap. Ready or Not. Do many people play this game? That's quite a lot of people. It runs multiplayer mode somewhat on my M2 Pro. Definitely check it out then. If there's that many people playing it and you can play it on a Mac. Or people's experience on it. So Ready or Not, does it sound like it's been on let's see. Yeah, I'll add that to my list because maybe I'll cover this next time. I think I'll have to buy it and then I'll cover another stream. If I if I'm really good, then I'll might stream again this afternoon. Depends on the timing of things. It's not the most efficient use of my time though, because I need to edit a bunch of videos as well. Sounds great. Looking forward to it. Okay. Okay. So what's happening? Ooh, something's running. Unrecoverable error. What if I run Ubisoft Connect in the same bottle as this and then try to launch it? Hello, Rinsewin CL. Welcome to the stream. Have I tried Civ 7? I tried that on my last stream. I tried it like 1 or 2 days ago. Pretty good. Native. Rinsewin. That's the Terry Pratchett wizard. Haphazard wizard. The problem with these launchers and stuff, it just added so much complexity because like it's already hard enough to get Steam to work, the Windows version of Steam, and then we have to add this complexity of adding an Ubisoft Connect launcher as well, which is just terrible. I hate Ubisoft Connect. I see you're a man of culture, yeah. Now, I used to love those books, the Discworld series. So I used to read a lot of those. The Color of Magic, and what is it? I can't remember them now. There's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of the Man at Arms series, the one about the golems. It's good. Is Assassin's Creed Syndicate playable? Yes. I don't think I had that issue. Considerable effort is being uh, considerable effort was put together in order to run this game. We're not using MSync though, and I don't have time to like quit out and start again. So we're gonna run. I've got 5 minutes or less to demonstrate this game is running. Then I'm gonna end the stream, and we'll play again later. But I'm really glad that this is the second run of my streaming setup because I've built a new PC and I've got new stuff running, so I'm quite happy that this is successfully working, and I'm standing up as well, which is really cool. Let's come back to my save game from before. The frame timing and stuff is not the best. It feels very jittery. You see these like the blue lines and the you don't want them spiky.
Soldiers.
Does this feel better than before though, to be honest? I don't know what's running in this window. 1600 by 1200p. It's a bit inconsistent with my, I clicked on it and I didn't mean to That's better.
Watch out!
Fire! Is that you? It is an ambush!
You are telling me?
What was that? There's the Magi.
Get him! Kill him! Die!
Kill his friend, and I'll take care of the Magi.
You are supposed to be dead. And you will be. We'll make sure of that.
A lot of these, yeah, putting it in 16:9 just means that it's not covering your camera. I mean, I'm gonna say like running this at 1080p. Let's see the mouse cursor. Just see what settings I'm using. High. Well, let's put it down to medium, okay? Because I think that makes more sense. Actually, I don't have time to. I don't actually have time to run this again. Well, let me just go back. If sometimes when you command tab, it runs better. Huh? I hate it when it does this. When you try to run a game, right, and then it's like completely all you do is command tab. Try tessellation off. Lots of people recommend it on the crossover compatibility list. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. So I can command tab out of that. Let's put it onto medium and turn off tessellation. Got an extra 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna. It's a bit like lottery at times. If I click apply button, will my machine go up and smoke? The perils of running a game through translation layer. Let's go medium, and then tessellation will turn off. It's fun when it works properly. Why does it have to quit entirely in order to do that? It's crazy. Also, it doesn't seem like my controller works very well. Do this. And then this menu bar at the top. Yeah, command tab twice. It's very perilous. I remember not liking when I was PC gaming. I don't like using exclusive full screen for this reason. It's because it's just very inconsistent. Sometimes you alt tab and then you know your game goes up in smoke. Okay, so medium 1080p tessellation off. When I try to run this on the controller, it's doing this thing where it's like, as soon as I let go of the controller, it goes back to keyboard and mouse icons. This is running way better on medium with no tessellation. Still.
Soldiers. Of course.
Yeah, way better. 60, 70 FPS.
What's that?
Get him! Die! Die! Watch out!
Bayek, is that you? It is an ambush.
You are telling me?
That's a weapon, you know, whatever this thing is.
Kill his friend and I'll take care of the Medjay.
Oh. Oh, that time it didn't.
You are supposed to be dead.
I think I must have my
I see you have made new friends.
They were setting up an ambush. It's a good thing I came to work.
stuttery. This is the one with 40 GPU cores, this M4, M3 Max.
Nearly a year, my friend.
Cutscene is performing very badly, with M-Sync on anyway.
In Siwa, everyone differs to the soldiers on pain of death, or worse.
I've killed one of the masked ones. The Heron.
Did the stream splash pink? It's possible. My connection has been inconsistent. This time, instead of being slow, it's like cutting out sometimes fully.
It's been a long road.
The stutter is bad.
No.
There's cutscenes, which should be quite straightforward, right?
Where is your mount?
Like, this is okay.
Ah, there you are, boy.
Let us go, Sene.
How have you been holding up since I left?
It has been difficult, Bayek. Without you, the villagers look to me to keep order. But the soldiers have set up a garrison, and they rule over all.
A garrison in Siwa.
Ptolemy wants the entire region kept on the hill. I do my best to keep the villagers out of trouble. I could use your help.
I'll
Does
do
it have
what I can.
Hairworks or something? I don't
Do
think
not
so.
forget, I have
Hairworks
my
would
own justice to pursue.
would simply just crash the game.
I knew I could count on you, Sene.
What happened here?
The garrison soldiers are brutal. If they suspect a villager is lying to them, they burn his neighborhood. And worse.
Whoa.
Welcome home, Bayek. Siwa has missed you.
This game is Assassin's Creed Origins, and I think the Odyssey runs a lot better than this.
Whoa.
Is this running with D2D metal? Yes. You can see on the metal HUD on the top right, it says a Rosetta x86-64, and then D3D metal version 2.0.
Your farms, your goods, your children. You owe your very life.
Odyssey runs a lot better.
Clear the way! Hurry!
What a game Odyssey was. I never really got into any of the Assassin's Creed games. I think out of all of them, Shadows looks like the most appealing to me. I know it's got a lot of controversy, but I'm really looking forward to trying it. I think these are okay. I really like Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm afraid we don't have a fix for Rebirth yet, I'm afraid.
Bayek, you're back.
You get off here. Paying attention to what I'm doing.
Hello, Toma.
Just whacking everyone with my camel.
The villagers are drained of life.
So I'm afraid we have no
No
fix
one in
for
the
Assassin's
Bayek can
Creed
make a move
Rebirth.
without being questioned, threatened, taxed, or beaten. We all have learned to. Home. Leave your mount. He will not stray far. Go ahead on in.
Okay, guys, so that pretty much concludes it for our stream because I have got to head off. But thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you very much for the super chat. And with any luck, then I'll be doing a bit more. So I've got a bunch more stuff to do this week. I need to do a video on parallels, on BlueStacks,
You should be worried.
And I need to fix some stuff with...
Contusions?
I'm
I might
fine.
do some Parallels multiplayer gaming with Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead 2.
I'll take care of it.
You haven't changed.
So thank you very much for joining me today.
Liar. I've always patched
Keep
you two up.
gaming on a Mac.
Made excuses
Thanks for
in
watching, and I'll see you in the
advance.
next one. Bye-bye.